Hey y'all, I hope everyone's doing okay. Welcome back. My name is Maxie. I'm here with a new video about healing. This one is in English. Um, Before we get started, I want to thank you guys for watching my videos and for subscribing. Please subscribe to get more videos like this and also videos in Haitian Creole. Without further ado, we're going to start. So, I wanted to make a video about healing. I find it very important because after leaving a watchtower or whatever cult you left, or whatever religion, strict religion you left, or religion overall, I think it's really important that we get ourselves in healing journey because it's a different world. To get started, a few years ago when I left in 2019, and when I left, it was some very dark days, but I wanted to be hopeful. I wanted to have hope that someday things are gonna get better, and I was gonna feel so sad, and just I wanted to be hopeful because it was heavy. And if you're going through that right now, I want to share some hope with you, and I hope that you are trying to heal or you're in your healing journey because I think it's very important. To start with, I'm going to share a page on my diary. That was in December 30th, 2019. Here's how it goes. I wanted to find a way to feel better as a type of therapy. I thought of talking to a professional, but I don't think I'm fully ready. I always encourage others to write down their feelings, so why don't I try it myself? So this journal is to hopefully accomplish that, just that, and more. I'm very hopeful, full of hope that someday I will leave this behind me, busy with a fulfilling life that I don't even think about what's going on. I'm hoping to not feel so sad when I think about my life, how everything crumbled down within just even less than a month. I'm hoping that I'm hoping to put the time I used to give as a pioneer to myself. I'm hoping to be and stay happy. I'm hoping someday everything I lost will be useless as time goes by. I'm full of hope. That was on my diary. Um, and there's a quote that says, "My best days are ahead of me. Whether it's your first day or last day, you should be successful at every point of your life." By Rohit Paul. Better days are coming. As we close into this year, 2021, I hope that you have better days that are coming for 2022 because 2021 mm, has been a year. So, um, I want to share some tips for the healing journey that many of you heard of those tips already, but this is here as just a reminder. If you want to heal, if you want to feel better with the heaviness after leaving the watchtower, you can try some of those tips. The first one is journaling. Um, Write down your feelings, your emotions. Make it a goal to get yourself a journal or a diary and write down some things that you're feeling, maybe that you don't feel comfortable to share with someone. And if you don't feel comfortable to share those things, or if you feel like if you write down somebody's gonna read it, rip it off or rip it up, and or you can burn those pages. But it's just to get those thoughts out there, get them out of your head. Just put them out somewhere else. Just write something down. Another thing, second tip is allow yourself to go through the motions. That's a big one because there are some days that personally I'd be so happy and and joyful, and there are some days it's cloudy. That's life. And some days it's storming. That's still part of life. So when those days are happening, don't don't make yourself feel like don't ignore them. Don't hide from them. You gotta let yourself allow yourself to feel those feelings. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to be left alone, give yourself some space. If you need to just sleep for the day, sleep it off. You need a friend, reach out to someone. All of the emotions that you're going through, just listen to yourself. Listen to your intuition and ask yourself, what do you need right now to make yourself feel better? What can I do right now? Is it self-care? Do I just need to go for a drive? That's very important, to allow ourselves to go through the motions and pay attention to our feelings and go by them. Like, go, like, follow up on how you're feeling in that moment. The other thing, that's a big one. Seek therapy. Go get some therapy. It's very important. It's very needed. But the thing about therapy is that no one can push you to go to see a therapist. No one can send you to go see a therapist. You have to be ready yourself. You have to want the change. You have to want the healing so bad that you're willing to be vulnerable to share your feelings with a stranger. That's a big one. It's when I first started therapy, it was very awkward, like sharing the deepest things that I went through in life with some stranger that I never met before. But then again, it's someone that's gonna talk about what you got going on. They don't know your family, they don't know your friends. It's even better because they can keep your secret. So it's very important to seek a therapist or a psychologist, but do go for some therapy because it will help with the process. It's important, but you have to be ready for it, like I said. Um, if you're feeling suicidal, do call for a hotline. I don't know the numbers for different places or different countries you guys are at, but I'll find some and put in the link below. And then again, it's a hard thing to, like, when you feel in that when you're feeling those feelings, it's less likely that you're gonna call someone, but it's the least you can do. Like, do try to do something like that. It's important. The other thing is to trust talk to a trusted friend. That's another one. A lot of us don't have friends. A lot of us don't have friends we can trust enough to share some deep emotions. I say that because a lot of us left some good friends, our closest friends, back in the cult, the religion, the whatever you left. So that's a hard one to trust talk to a trusted friend. So talk to strangers too. Like, you might be, just talk to somebody. It can be a stranger. Like, that person could be the very last time you see them, but sharing something with them, or they can share something with you, that might make some kind of difference. Um, but the important thing is to let it out of your head. Just put it out of there. Like, get it out. Get those negative thoughts out of your mind. Another thing, you're not your thoughts. It's just there's a lot of things that we're taught to believe about ourselves, that are not true. So we have to rebuild our circle and to make ourselves better. Another thing, cry. Cry, cry, cry. Let it out. Let it out. If you need to cry, just cry. Let it out. That's important. Very important. Just cry. If the tears can come out, find a sad movie to watch and cry. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but, like, I think if some of us do that, like, just watch some movies and cry, listen to some music. I do have a list of songs that it's on my page, it's on my YouTube page, that I listed as powerful songs. Some of them are sad, of course, but when you listen to those lyrics, they're very relatable to our situation. So you'll um, find one of those songs that are more related to you and listen to those songs whenever you feel down. Those can help as well. And another thing I want to share, there is this psychotherapist named Bonnie Zeman. Bonnie Zeman. She has an interview with John Cedars on his channel. If you search her name, which is Bonnie Zeman, you'll find that interview. She's a psychotherapist. She was a witness. She has some books that I want to share with you guys. So this first one is about shunned. I like how it's like you or out. Yeah. It's a survival guide. I haven't finished with this book yet, but it's very interesting. It's very helpful to people that are being shunned. Check this book out. There's a second one that's cracking the cult code for therapists. What every cult victim wants their therapist to know. So a lot of time when we go to a therapist, they never heard of Jehovah's Witness, or they don't really deal with cult survivors, which is something that's really needed. Then there needs to be more therapists out there that are dealing with cult survivors because it's a whole different type of world. So she made this book for to help therapists that are not acquainted with the inner dynamics and damaging effects of cults. So though those information are on the internet, a lot of the therapists don't really know about it. So this book is to share with your therapist and be like, hey, this is some of the shit I went through and check it out. Most of the time they probably won't check it out, but still it's a suggestion. Or you can also read it yourself. Okay? The other one, I have completed this one. I read this one and it's such a helpful book. It's Exiting the Jailbait Cult, Healing Handbook for Current and Former Jehovah Witnesses. This book helped me a lot. I read it last year. Yeah, I finished it last year. Um, I want to share something in it with you guys. I'll talk about ways to support your recovery and healing. The first thing is slowly piece together a more complete understanding of the experience that has left you distressed. Second is allow yourself to experience the feeling that arises, like I was talking about grief, fear, anger, guilt, bitterness about the experience without going into denial, pushing them away, or judging them. These emotions, feelings, they are normal. They're normal. Yeah. Because some days I want to walk up in there and do some stuff. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But it's a feeling though, because you get so angry. Ugh. The other is work to accept any reactions you have based on what you experienced. Some reactions are different, so accept those and ask yourself why you're acting like that. Why are you reacting this way? The fourth one is educate yourself about how to live free without an external parental substitute determining what you're allowed to do and what you're not. Read, study, learn, like literally. And the fifth one is learn some basic coping skills to help you manage the anxiety, anger, hurt, loneliness, and sadness. For example, with the help of personal therapy, group therapy, self help books, um, and she has a suggested reading list at the back of this book. I'm going to share with you guys just in case you haven't get this book. Oh my goodness, it's a lot of them. Hold on. There's a lot of them. So, but it's just giving you so many different lists of books that you can check out. Self-help books. I need to check them out too. And then the other, like one of the fifth, sixth is Revisit how to think critical. Revisit how to think critically and how to not be stuck in the black and white, either or view of the world. This will give you an expanded view of your options and help you make healthy choices for yourself. Reclaim your right to ask questions, your right to say no without guilt, and without having to justify your reason for saying no. You no longer have to simply accept the arbitrary executive orders from an high without question. You have the right to ask. How exactly do you know that? Can you show me the research that support your what you're saying? Are there alternative possibly to consider before arriving to the at a decision? At this point, I'm doing reading, but this is chapter I wanted to share that with you. There's something else I've marked on here. It talk about chapter 8. Talk about moving through stages of change. I'm just sharing these things in this video, but I do suggest you guys get this book. Moving through the stages of change. The first stage is the period of disorientation. Second stage is personal reaction. Third stage is level of resolution, acceptance, adaptation to the new reality. The typical fourth stage is you feel able to embrace the new reality. Which stage are you in? That's very interesting, right? So we all go through these stages, and some reactions are different, like I said. So yeah, again, this book you'll find I got it on Amazon, but it was a great book. If you can put yourself to just read it and follow some tips that it gives you, it'll be really, really helpful to your healing process. So yeah. Um, Another thing I wanted to suggest, I won't keep this for so long, is listen to some podcasts. There's someone I want to suggest to you guys. His name is Trent Shelton. He has some great podcasts. Just type his name. It just I just remember his name. Like wow, I listened to all his podcasts, but I can't completely remember the title of the podcast. But I will put it in the link. That's pretty much all the suggestions, the tips that I wanted to share with you guys today. If you have any more suggestions, please add it to the comments. Please share how is your healing journey going? Like how are you doing? What are you doing to heal? What are you doing to move forward? Are you still feeling stuck? What stage are you in? And how do you deal with those stages that you go through? I do hope you guys um I wish you guys some great success in your healing journey. Again, the healing journey does not stop. It doesn't get to where like, oh, I'm healed. It's an ongoing process. It gets deeper, it gets painful, but you just keep going and you find yourself, you discover more about yourself. You basically remove some layers. There's so many layers that we put mask and layers. We have so many different masks that are put on our face to become a witness. Because you remember there's so many processes to be a witness. The whole thing about losing your personality. hmm so many masks that we have now. You got to remove those masks, remove those layers to find your true self. I do wish you guys success on that, but also embrace yourself because though it gets better, it gets painful because realize how they got you fucked up. Or they fucked with your mind. But anyways, I wish you guys a happy new year and please share some thoughts and I always enjoy your comments and also share some other books that helps you guys as well. I'd love to check them out. This year I'm gonna try to work this one, read this one, because I started and everything. I got so many books that I need to read. Y'all know how that goes. But anyway, what I wanted to end this with is it doesn't end, but it gets better. It does not end. Just like when I mentioned like the the tunnel, It gets darker before it gets brighter. Um, it's just going through that process is not easy, but I do hope you guys don't give up. You keep fighting for yourself. With these words, thank you again for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. If you have any suggestions, please add them to the comments below. I appreciate your support. Again, Happy New Year. Bye.